Good afternoon, Miss Kapcar's kindergarten students. This is Mrs. Trout, Spence's mom, and today I'm your mystery reader. Today I'm going to read The Gulps. The Gulps is illustrated by Mark Brown, and the story is by Rosemary Wells. I love The Gulps. The Gulps is a book that I borrowed from the library with my older son because I wanted to teach him about healthful eating and the importance of being healthy. But I knew I had to do it in a fun way. This book is super fun, and I may have some fun voices to go along. So, here we go. The Gulps. Get out the map, said Papa Gulp. Disney World, here we come, sang Mama Gulp. Wow, shouted Sister Gulp. Roller coaster mania and deep fried devil dogs, Brother Gulp chimed in. I'd rather sip a carrot shake and go paddling in the duck pond, said little Sister Dawn. Papa revved up the engine and the American Dreamliner hit the road. By the time they reached the end of the driveway, the Gulps had snarfed down all their Winky Twinks and Jiffy Chips. Soon they pulled into a belly-up burger. We don't even have to get out of the car, Mama said with delight. 4 bloke burgers with cheese, please. And the ultra-size those fries, said Papa. I'll have a salad, said Dawn. The Dreamliner wheezed and rattled down the road until finally it sputtered to a stop. Flat tire? Said Brother. It must be the carburetor again, said Mama. Only Don really knew what was going wrong. The car says no, declared Don. This family is too fat to roll. Maybe we should lighten up the load, said Papa. The Gulps chucked out 3 TVs and a microwave, but the Dreamliner may as well have been parked in cement. I'm hungry, said Brother. I wish the pizza man had come. Sometimes just wishing makes things happen, said Mama. There was a knock on the door. It was Farmer Spratt. Need any help? He asked. A little engine trouble, explained Papa. Is there any place to eat around here? Asked Mama. My goodness, said Farmer Spratt. Why, we've got plenty to eat. Come and stay for supper. The Sprats cooked supper fresh from the garden. The Gulps watched nervously. None of it was takeout. None of it was frozen or came in a can. What is it? Whispered Brother. It's green, whispered Sister. The Gulps were too polite to say that they did never put anything green into their mouths. They hid the salad in their shirts and went to bed hungry, except Don, who fell asleep full of sweet corn and zucchini bread. The next day, there was work to be done on the farm, and the Gulps did their best to help. Papa tried to patch the hen house roof, but he couldn't get up the ladder. Mama couldn't reach the eggs on the hen house floor. Sister and Brother picked snap peas and beans, but they were too heavy to carry. Don learned to bake apple pan dowdy from scratch. The next morning, the Gulps were so sore they could hardly move. "We're really not used to the outdoor work," said Mama. "What do you do at home?" asked Farmer Sprat. Mostly watch TV," answered Papa. "Well, why not come along on our hike down to the country fair?" Mrs. Sprat suggested. "That sounds great," said Don. We never walk," groaned Papa. "Except to the refrigerator," said Mama. The county fair was worth the hike. It had everything. "Deep fried corn dogs," shouted Mama with tears of joy. "Miles and miles of funnel cake," crowed Papa Gulp. There was a country music band, a hay wagon ride, and a killer whale water slide. Looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it? But the dance floor collapsed under two Gulps jitterbugging. The wheels on the hay wagon snapped off when the Gulps got in, and 4 Gulps at once were too much for the water slide. They got stuck, and it had to be closed down. Don woke up the family the next morning at 6 a.m. "If the Dreamliner's ever going to roll again," said Don, "somebody's going to have to exercise and eat right." "Sometimes wishing makes things happen," Mama said. "Mama," replied Don, "stop wishing and start working." "Soda for breakfast is history," Don declared. "No snacks, candy, or chips. Nothing frozen, fried, or dyed. No heaping helpings. Fresh from the farm only, and lots of outdoor work." "We'll starve to death," said Mama. There's Don. She's fed up. But the Gulps did not starve, and bit by bit, they got fit. Bite by bite, they began to eat right. The Gulps were eating green, and green tasted great. By summer's end, they were stacking hay bales, mowing and fencing, hoeing and wood chopping, bucket hauling, and painting the woodshed. Mama picked up dozens of eggs. Papa went up the ladder without breaking a single rung. Brother and sister carried baskets of beans and tomatoes with no trouble at all. "Try the Dreamliner, Pop," said Don one morning. It started right up and rolled out of its place. "Get out the map," whooped Papa. Where are you going?" asked the Sprats. "We're going to climb Mount Dauntless," said Mama. The Gulps thanked the Sprats and everybody kissed goodbye. Then the Dreamliner headed for the hills. Soon it was lunchtime. On one side of the road was a porker heaven. On the other was a Captain Cluck's chicken. In front of them was a belly-up burger. "Oh no, there's nothing to eat!" cried Mama. "Good girl, Mama." "What's that?" asked Don suddenly. "Hot diggity!" shouted Brother. "It's a salad circus. 600 different kinds of salad." Two minutes later, the Gulps were inside and ordering. Don't forget to ostracize those tomatoes," said Papa. The Gulps chowed down. Then the American Dreamliner tore up the highway. It went 65 miles an hour uphill with no trouble at all. The end. Now, as you can see, this is one of Spency's favorites, voices included. He did point out and wanted to share that in the beginning of the book, it's all junky stuff on the pages. Then, by the end, it's all healthy. I hope you enjoyed reading The Gulps with me as much as I did with you. And thanks, everybody, for staying home and staying safe. Have a nice summer.